Good morning, it's Zach with Dad Bod Tractor Services. It's a beautiful Saturday morning here in Florida. Temperatures in the 70s, humidity is probably around the 40–50%. It's a beautiful day to be quoting a tractor job. It's a friend of mine that reached out to me on Facebook, and he actually has 16 acres, although he does not want all of it cut. We have an open area here that we're going to look at, that we're going to cut, and then he has a trail, actually, a car trail, or you could walk on it, whatever, that goes all the way back to the end of the 16 acres. Then it turns around and then comes back. And I'll have to do 2 passes with that, from what I can see. But let's walk up here. You're going to see he was getting it cut every couple of years. But as you can see, it's pretty thick. And he likes to bring his grandkids out here and do stuff. So we've actually talked about me doing it at least once a year, which I think he's going to agree to. So there's not really any stumps or any dangerous things like that for the tractor or the bush hog, but it is just really, really thick grass. I'm hoping if I go slow enough, I can get it all done in 1 pass, but it may take 2. So this is the open area here. You can see where the tree line is. I'm guessing this is probably about maybe half an acre, maybe 3/4 of an acre. And then it goes back. You can see we were up here with the vehicle earlier checking things out. But straight ahead is a path that's about 2 car lengths, is what he said, wide, that he wants me to cut. It goes all the way to the back of the property, turns around, then comes back out up here somewhere. But it's a pretty clear path that you could see as you're going over with the tractor. But anyway, so I'm not sure how long it's going to take. I got to do some math. It's going to be 2 passes with the tractor. My bush hog, the bush hog's 4 foot wide. So I got to do the math on how long it's going to take me to do that trail with 2 passes to get the width that he's looking for. But anyways, it's a beautiful piece of property, and it is little ways out here from my house, but it's a pretty drive. We'll talk to you later. All right, good morning everyone again. So we've filled up the bush hog gearbox with some of that cornhead grease. I topped off the hydraulic fluid. We had lost some. You'll see in another video I have where we're trying to repair a hydraulic line leak. So I topped off the hydraulic fluid, fixed 1 of 3 of the diesel fuel leaks. The other 2 are small. And I bought some other stuff. So I bought this new fuel cap. The other one, of course, it's red. I was disappointed about that. But the other one, the gasket, was allowing fuel to kind of spill out. So I got a new one of those. And check the oil. I don't know how many hours I have on it this year. I probably have close to 30 hours, and I've not lost any oil. Check the coolant. It was maybe a quart low. And then, of course, we've got the new hydraulic line on there. So next thing now is to pull the truck and the equipment trailer forward and load her up. Let's see how this turns out. we got everything loaded up, everything topped off, and strapped down pretty good. That's not going anywhere. What I like to do is, before I head off and start doing this job, I like to start off in prayer. Lord, I thank you so much for this opportunity you've given me to be able to do this work. Thank you for this beautiful day that you've given me also to do this work. And I pray that you would be glorified in all that I do, and that what is done today will glorify you. And I pray you just keep me safe, keep the tractor safe, may it run well, and I'll be able to complete the job today. We thank you so much for your grace and mercy. In your precious Son's name, Jesus Christ, I pray, amen. Let's go cut some grass. All right, got the tractor unloaded. Had no issues coming here. The old Dodge got 13.8 miles per gallon on the way here, which is not bad for a lot of city driving. It's about 9:20. Ready to get started. Well, when I first quoted the job, I was thinking this area right here was going to be about 45 minutes to an hour, and it's 1 minute, and it'll be exactly 1 hour from the time I cranked up the tractor and finished this part. There's some spots there that I'm going to have to go over, clean up a little bit, that are higher, that didn't cut that well because it was so thick. And then because this tractor does not have power steering, I'm not able to make the tight turns around the trees, so I'm going to clean that up a little bit, make it look nicer than what it is. But so far, everything's been going excellent. I've only seen one snake, and apparently it's like I ran over a yellow jacket nest that was in the ground, but they didn't mess with me. So far, everything's been going excellent. No issues with the bush hog, the tractor. The temperature on the tractor has been great. So it's been a great. Next will be the driveway that he has, or a drive. That he wants me to cut. It goes back to the very back. It goes to the very end of the 16-acre lot, comes around and comes back over here to this open area. I'll probably have to do 2 passes because he needs enough room for a vehicle to get back there comfortably. Anyways, check you out in just a moment. And this is the after. Bush hog and tractor did a terrific job. job is complete. He came, he loved the work I did. He wanted me to do a couple more things, widen some areas, and then there was one area I didn't realize he wanted cut, but it only took maybe 15 minutes to do. So there's this really cool path he has that goes to the back of his property, and then around the back, and then of course back up to where the truck and tractor is. So I'm gonna do a time-lapse walk. I tried to carry the phone on my belt clip on my shirt, and it just was not a very good video. I'm obviously gonna have to get a GoPro or something like that that I could use for situations like this. The last thing I wanted was my camera to fall down and get chopped up in the bush hog, so I didn't get video of me cutting it, but I'll show you the end result, and it turned out really, really nice. All right, so basically the trail goes to the back of the property. It takes a left, and the path was very clear to see, but there's a point up here. Let me turn the camera around. And I don't know how to do that. This is the path that was pretty clear. So I came up to here to this end right here, and I didn't know where to go from this point on. And the property owner is really cool. He actually told me just to make my own path. So what I did was to try to find out where it ended. I actually went back to the open area and found clearly an area that had been bush hogged a couple years ago. So this is where I stopped, and I went back up to the open area and then came back this way. Now, unfortunately, I don't know if this was the road, but I told him he had two paths now, and it took probably about 5-6 passes to really get this good and cut. And then it comes up this way. And then right up here, I'd cut a line all the way through that looked pretty open, and I realized that this road I could go ahead and cut and actually meet up here at the road I had just cleared, or the path. So right in front of us is that path I cleared first. Then I cut out this loop-de-loop here. But that's where we just were, that way. Look how pretty that path turned out. I'll go ahead and finish time-lapse walking it. All right. She's all loaded up and ready to head home. I've actually got to cut my grass now, but it's a great day. We want to take a moment to hear from our sponsors today. DadBodLifeShop.com. We have a website, Facebook, and we have TikTok, as well as a TikTok shop. This is one of our shirts that we have on our website and shop. Basically, if you scan that QR code on the back of the shirt, it will direct someone to the dictionary.com's definition of dad bod. Check it out. Go to our website, go to our TikTok shop, get you one, and you too could be representing your dad bod.